जब ऐसा प्रिय है मानव का धन, वही होता है उसका मन। इसलिए परमात्मा ने बताया, मुझसे लगा लो अपना मन। हम सा नहीं कोई जमाने में, रचना रचता का ज्ञान जिसे, पर ऐसा भी बनना होगा नहीं कभी अभिमान जिसे। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। ये दुनिया तो मायावी है, माया से भला कैसी यारी। अपने तो दो ही ठिकाने हैं, वैकुंठ दुनिया निराकारी। धुंधला सा अंधियारा है, दीपक से उजियारा होगा। ये आँख भी तन का दीपक है, ये ज्ञान जीवन दीपक होगा। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। अरे शिव की याद रहेगी तब आँखों में समाया वो होगा। हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा।
हसरत है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
अच्छी तरह से जानते भी हो, नई बात नहीं है। और पुरानी बात, आप दादा ने देखा कि सेवा व कर्म और स्वपुरुषार्थ अर्थात योग तो दोनों का बैलेंस रखने के लिए विशेष एक ही शब्द याद रखो। वो कौन सा? पाप खराब मन हारे और मैं आत्मा, मैं फलानी आत्मा कर्म हारू करण करावन हार, ये एक शब्द आपका बैलेंस बहुत सहज बनेगा। स्वपुरुषार्थ का बैलेंस या गति कभी भी कम होती है। उसका कारण क्या? कारणहार के बजाय मैं ही करने वाला हूँ। कारणहार के बजाय अपने को करावनहार मैं कर रहा हूँ। जो भी जिस प्रकार की भी माया आती है उसका गेट कौन सा है? माया का सबसे अच्छा सहज गेट जानते तो मैं, तो ये गेट अभी पूरा बंद नहीं किया। ऐसा बंद करते हो जो माया सहज खोल लेती और आ जाती। अगर कारण हार तो कराने वाला अवश्य कर रही हूँ, कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन कराने वाला पाप है।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Give blessings and receive blessings. Benevolent attitude. Transform or forgive someone who has a malevolent attitude with your benevolent attitude. Even if you are not able to transform them, at least you are able to forgive them. You are master oceans of forgiveness, and so your forgiveness will become a teaching for them. To forgive is to give blessings of pure feelings and give cooperation. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 6. Give blessings and receive blessings. Today's topic, benevolent attitude.
Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Shanti. Everyone happy? Everyone okay? Yes, I can see. My voice is a little bit different. Maybe some allergy or something. But otherwise, I am fine. Yeah, we have spent almost 2 months and every day had been good. Maybe change of weather, or we went to Ahmedabad for 2 days. So, but going to be okay. When Baba speaks, I keep thinking, what really Baba means when he says attitude of benevolence, attitude. Transform or forgive someone who has a benevolent attitude. One who has non-benevolent attitude with your benevolent attitude. Even if you are not able to transform them, at least you are able to forgive them. You are master ocean of forgiveness. So your forgiveness will become a teaching for them. Keep underlining this. Your forgiveness will be teachings for them. To forgive is to give blessings. Forgive is to give blessings of pure feelings and give cooperation. These are very beautiful and subtle gifts we can share with each other. Blessings of pure feelings and give cooperation. That means the best cooperation you can give on this spiritual journey to each other is the blessings. Keep moving forward. Always be happy. Remain light. These are like blessings. And more we share these blessings, other person will feel that power, feel that cooperation. So you can think in your life what are other examples, right? But it's beautiful that if you cannot transform, but if you can forgive, you give. If you forgive, you are teaching someone. But if you don't forgive, try to explain, try to teach, it doesn't work. So I like this very much. Om Shanti.
Good evening, family. While we wait for Didi, and I'm cognizant of her throat, and so maybe you will take less of that energy from her tonight, although I know she's always ready and willing. I hope it's just a temporary little thing, but no doubt in India it's the same as here. It's the season, it's the change of the weather, there's allergies, there's little flu, little colds, and I was just reading today how there's been a sudden increase, and so I hope it won't last too long. A number of things while we wait for Didi to return. This whole topic of forgiveness, I'd really like to ask her about, but I was amused yesterday with Baba's Murli, and we all experienced how profound it was. And, Baba has a way of starting off by praising us. And then it's like when we're all feeling nice and comfortable and everything, then he's able to, a little bit like he's saying, that there's his attitude is so beautiful. And then he's able to give us teachings. The teachings don't come first, his beautiful attitude of love. And so he started off yesterday by telling us that he does everything, right? Have the awareness he does everything. But then the end of the Murli was, he says, I can't manage it without you. That you're all my companions and I have such love for you. So that was just something that, and the other thing that caught my attention too, which was very interesting in that same context, good evening or good morning, Didi. I hope we're not putting too much stress on your vocal cords.
Yeah, okay.
Good. So the other thing that he said yesterday that caught my attention, many things, but he was talking in the context of we as his companions, and that how he took the support of corporeal Brahma, and that even now he's able to sustain you, taking the support. He didn't say of Daddy Gulzar, he didn't say of a corporeal body, but taking the support from the angelic subtle form of Brahma. I thought that was very interesting and very nice, considering, you know, Daddy Gozar was there, but it's for today that it's the subtle, it's the support through the subtle form of Brahma that is still sustaining us. Didi, this whole thing about forgiveness and what have you. So in order to forgive, then it's automatic that I have accused someone or I found somebody guilty, because there's no question of forgiveness without first accusing somebody of something. And this question of why do I take the mistakes of others personally? They may have done something wrong. They may have been innocent, they were doing something wrong. They may have been ignorant, they were doing something wrong. And yet I'm very bothered by it.
No,
So, yeah.
The possibility is that something has been said for you, to you, or something done which directly affects you. There are two things. One is that mistake, and other is pointing towards you, or it has affected in your life. So that becomes personal, right? One is taking their mistakes personal, but other is that they did something which hurt you, or
That's a different thing. Yeah.
and I see that more as a yeah. But it
Yeah.
could be it could be both, yeah.
But that the person gets very upset about it, and you know, that just that it's so in a strange kind of a way, if somebody's made a mistake and or they don't know what they're doing, that it's something wrong or against Mariadas or something, and yet I am now blaming them. I'm not saying anything in words, but my kindness has gone, my feelings towards them has gone. Should it not be they have to forgive me rather than me forgiving them? I'm the teacher.
I think there is this kind of expectations from students, right?
Yes.
And when there are expectations and they're not fulfilled, like you see someone following all principles and suddenly decides that no, I'm not necessarily going to live this life, so we get upset.
Yeah.
Why should I get upset? Because it's their life and this is what they're deciding. But because my expectations were this, and because of expectation not fulfilled, no one gets very upset. This shouldn't happen. Like Brahma Baba, he didn't react.
Yes.
He didn't. But I think we do. So we have to be very careful.
Right. And how in those situations then do I have mercy on myself? Never mind mercy for the other person, but on myself, so that these feelings don't choke me.
Yeah, but one is mercy on oneself, but forgiveness also. In the sense of, I said something which was bitter, or my attitude was visible toward caring less for that person or ignoring that person. You know, whatever changes which are not on the right side, so then you have to forgive yourself. And but certainly when you forgive them and yourself, the vibrations, Baba said, will teach them a lesson.
It was beautiful.
That is very important. I had been really thinking about it. When Baba said that when you forgive, then you teach someone.
Right.
See, when we are not forgetting and forgiving and holding something, it affects their life and our relationships also.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
if we don't, and that means I let go and forgive, they will learn from there. And that will give them courage to continue in Brahmin life. Many,
Because if
many,
you, mm,
many, if we have forgiven in the right way, they
mhm,
continue, they have continued. But if
yeah,
not, they have continued, but the relationships are not very near. No, it's like they feel far.
right.
So how
And
we remain like forgive and still remain loving and friendly can definitely help both parties, right?
I think it's a very deep thing. And at some
Very,
level, if you're not, um, and I even hesitate to use the word forgiveness because it seems a little bit, for me, a little bit arrogant that I'm forgiving somebody. But um, then often you'll find that there's resentment. And as you often say, they're not able to take anything from you at that point. And in an indirect way, your attitude is one of punishment. You're punishing the other person, and either by not speaking to them or not giving
mm,
them service. I know this is very gross and extreme,
yeah,
but punishment comes into play.
yeah. That is why he's saying forgiveness,
Yeah,
because
there's
it's like punishment. So then Baba is saying, no, you forgive, they will learn from that. Then
mhm,
being punished. Some might
there's
out of fear or feel neglected. Some might accept that forgiveness in the sense of appreciate that forgiveness. But mostly relationships are not pleasant after that.
yeah, and that was something that came up yesterday. Baba said about how the whole thing of service, that you're out there to expand, but then with expansion, then naturally there's going to be more relationships and what have you, and Maya is going to have more of a chance. And so what can I do to make sure that these new say students, for instance, or people who come into your connection, that you maintain a karmic relationship with them, relationship, and that it doesn't become a karmic bondage, because they've come again innocent. They may be body conscious, but they're innocent. And so what steps can you take to ensure that they don't evolve or devolve into a difficult karmic situation?
There is other way to look at the word forgive. Could be live forgiving. That means I have to
Yeah,
just keep giving.
sure.
I am a bestower, so I have to
Yeah,
keep giving. So if you have that attitude that whatever they are, I have to give love, whatever they are, I need to maintain good feelings. So I think if we have that they will learn more. That's
yes,
what
I
I meant.
agree. No,
They
and I'm quite sure this has happened to you too, where maybe somebody's doing something wrong, uh,
will-
either innocently or not, and somebody else is telling you, you need to say something to them, you need to
yeah.
pull their ear, you need to, and
Mhm.
what is your attitude?
Yeah, I have to be careful because sometimes you could get influenced and you could see, oh, maybe my power is to say something. So maybe not you, but if others are saying it. I remember once or twice I did this mistake by, somebody was so much after. You have to tell this soul
Yeah,
not to come or something.
yeah,
Generally, I would never do. But to avoid certain situations, I thought best is to let that soul. But it really upset her so much that we never saw her back, which
wow,
one feels bad about. So we
yeah,
have to definitely be careful of why souls come to Baba, not for me. They have come for Baba. And I have to be just loving and detached. Sometimes we are loving but not detached. And suddenly we start depending on them in the sense of help, or it could be love, it could be numbers, or some kind of
Mm-hmm.
subtle dependency or expectations are being fulfilled.
Yeah. So there's an expression. I wish I could say I originated it. I didn't, but it's always been very meaningful that you can't give me sorrow, but I can use you to give myself sorrow.
Mm. Take
And so
sorrow.
this, yeah, and this is where that thing of, I feel it's almost like in an indirect way, you're using somebody else to punish you. I mean, because sorrow and punishment are sometimes the same thing, aren't they?
This karmic accounts here, no?
You
Because
think?
that's, yeah. Because of somewhere in the past, the way relationships or interaction was, is coming back and we're doing it. That means instead of settling, I'm going back into the same bondage. So there is a chance of settling in the sense of just forgive and forget and don't repeat, don't react. Settling can happen, but then sometimes it's, instead of settling, we again do it, you know. So karmic bondage.
And I think sometimes too that because I don't like the idea of karmic bondages, but I think sometimes that it may not be a karmic bondage. It could be, but that person represents something to me. You know, it's just like, say, everybody who's an authority figure. So it's not that I have a karmic account with you, but because you represent authority to me, then, you know, I take sorrow and what have you. And so how to, again, make that adjustment to be able to see it, first of all. And it's not about you. You're not the problem. It's, I'm using you in a kind of way to create it. And if you remain Didi, then you won't allow it to be a karmic account. But from my side, I can make it a karmic account.
But then why it happens with that particular soul?
No, but it may not just be that. It's anyone who, for example, anyone who represents authority, or anyone who reminds me of my mother, or something from my childhood, anybody that has that color of hair or color of skin or whatever, that I find, you know, these deep, deep, deep things in the soul. I know it's a little psychological, but I've seen it.
Yeah. Anything which maybe I don't like it and I see it, I have to face it.
That's it.
Very often I have to be in that situation, then there is a reaction.
Yes.
And that reaction, but again, it's sanskars, you know.
Yes. It's sanskar.
Yeah, but sanskars are karmic too, right? Definitely it's sanskar.
Yeah, but that thing of, again, your wisdom that would prevent you from allowing that person to make it, you know, a karmic account with you. So
lot of learning from there.
A lot of learning from that. Yeah. So that, I think that's enough. That's a lot for
but
this
it's
scene.
a very good good topic to go into depth, and as we sing towards the end, all these subtle things have to be conquered, you know.
Yeah.
So that we can remain happy, cheerful inside, and continue with our good feelings. Right?
Yeah, and I think, if, you know, when these things emerge, it's what you've asked for. You want your karma, your sanskars to change. So they have to emerge in order for you to
Yeah.
to see them, acknowledge them, and then perhaps deal with them, even though they might be give you sorrow to begin with. But yeah, so it's ultimately it's always about me. It's never about the other person.
That's true. Because
Yeah.
once Dadi Gulzar said, someone got angry, said, because of this person. Dadi Gulzar said, if you didn't have sanskar, this will not emerge. That
Yeah.
means it's you have sanskar and
That's
it's
it.
emerging from it.
Yeah.
So again, I am the one who has to clean it, transform.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Didi. I hope you're
Okay.
feeling better by
Yes.
the
Thank
end
you.
of the day. Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thanks again.
अपनी अनंत किरणें पाए सा पसारे, अपनी अनंत किरणें पाए सा पसारे, गुण शक्तियों की माला हमारे गले में डारे, बाबा तुम हमारे ओ बाबा प्यारे प्यारे। शीतल सी ये रश्मियाँ हम पर बिखर रही हैं, आनंद की फुहारें प्रतिपल बरस रही हैं, शीतल सी ये रश्मियाँ हम पर बिखर रही हैं, आनंद की फुहारें प्रतिपल बरस रही हैं, अनुभूतियों में रंगे रूहानी ये इशारे, बाबा तुम हमारे ओ बाबा प्यारे प्यारे।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
गुजरते जा रहे पल प्रभु की यादों से सफल कर ले, गुजरते जा रहे पल प्रभु की यादों से सफल कर ले, चलो आनंद रस से मन तरल कर ले, सरल कर ले, गुजरते जा रहे पल।
इस प्रकार से 8-8 घंटे का 3 डिवीजन करके 8 घंटा ईश्वरीय सेवा, 8 घंटा लौकिक कारोबार और 8 घंटा शरीर के लिए नींद आदि करना। इस प्रकार से व्यवहार करना, इसको कहते हैं, बाबा ने कहा ये आदर्श नंबर 1 गृहस्थी है। मैंने कहा बाबा क्या करें, आज की दुनिया के अंदर हाँ इतनी महंगाई है। मैंने आप सबकी तरफ से वकालत किया, आप सबकी तरफ वकालत किया। मैंने कहा बाबा आज की दुनिया में हाँ महंगाई इतनी है कि 8 घंटे का काम धंधा नौकरी आदि करने से 1 मास का खर्चा पूरा निकलता नहीं है। हाँ क्योंकि महंगाई ज़्यादा है, खर्चा ज़्यादा है, और 8 घंटे के पुरुषार्थ में इतनी कमाई नहीं होती है। इसलिए हाँ कमाई के लिए, लौकिक दुनिया की कमाई के लिए ज़्यादा धन खर्च, ज़्यादा समय देना पड़ता है। बाबा को मैंने हंसी में कहा कि बाबा हमारे बहन भाइयों के जीवन में आप तो कहते हैं कि ये कल्प जो है ना 5000 वर्ष का होता है, वो रिपीट होता है, परंतु हमारे गृहस्थियों के जीवन में तो कल्प जो है ना 1 महीने में रिपीट होता है। सतयुग, त्रेता, द्वापर, कलयुग जो है 1 ही महीने में हो जाता है। बाबा ने कहा ऐसे कैसे होता है बताओ। तो मैंने बाबा को कहा कि पगार जिस दिन मिलता है ना, तो पहला हफ्ता जो है वो सतयुग रहता है, फिर दूसरा हफ्ता जो है ना वो त्रेता युग होता है, तीसरा हफ्ता जो है द्वापर युग, और लास्ट हफ्ता जो होता है ना पगार मिलने का, वो कलयुग होता है। तो बाबा ने कहा संगम युग कभी होता है? बाबा ने मुझे पूछा संगम युग कभी होता है? मैंने कहा जिस दिन पगार मिलने वाला होता है ना, उस दिन सुबह कलयुग होता है और शाम को सतयुग होता है। तो इस प्रकार से मैंने कहा बाबा हम गृहस्थियों के जीवन में तो एक सृष्टि चक्र जो है वो 5000 वर्ष का नहीं परंतु 1 मास का है। तो बाबा ने कहा कि बच्चे तो कहानियां तो बहुत अच्छी तुम बताता है, परंतु बात ये है मैंने जो कहा हुआ है, जो बच्चा ऐसा कहे कि 8 घंटे की कमाई से 1 मास का भी खर्च नहीं निकल सकता है, इसके लिए ज़्यादा करना पड़ता है। तो बाबा ने कहा कि 8 घंटे की कमाई से, पुरुषार्थ से 1 मास की भी कमाई नहीं होती है, तो अगले सारे कल्प के लिए जो कमाई जमा करनी है उसके लिए कितना घंटा देना पड़े। बाबा ने बहुत सुंदर बात कही। बाबा ने कहा कि सभी बच्चों को जाकर के कहना कि एक तो पहले से ही देरी से आए हुए हैं, अभी भी शारदा बहन ने हाथ खड़ा करवाया, तो मैं नहीं समझता हूँ कोई यहाँ ऐसे ज़्यादा लोग होंगे जिन्होंने मम्मा को साकार में देखा होगा। ऐसे कोई है जिन्होंने मम्मा को साकार में देखा हो? बाबा को साकार में देखा हुआ, ब्रह्मा बाबा को साकार में देखा हुआ, ऐसा कोई 1-2 4 हो गए, 2-4 ऐसे है यहाँ पर, बाकी तो सभी ने नहीं देखा हुआ, देरी से। इसलिए बाबा ने कहा एक तो देरी से तो आए हुए हैं और अभी भी पुरुषार्थ में तीव्रता नहीं करेंगे तो क्या होगा। 8 घंटे की कमाई से 1 मास की भी कमाई पूरी नहीं होती है, तो 8 घंटे के बदले में 4-6 घंटे ही देंगे तो सारे कल्प की माना 84 जन्मों के लिए की प्रारब्ध बनाने की कमाई करने के लिए कितना समय देना पड़े। एक सेकंड जो है आप बच्चे बर्बाद करते हो ना, तो उसमें पद्मों की कमाई आपकी नुकसान होती है। तो मैंने बाबा को कहा ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है कि 1 सेकंड, 1 पल जो है हमने बर्बाद किया। अभी गीत सुना ना हम सब ने योग में, गुजरते जा रहा है ये जम समय जो है गुजरता जा रहा है। तो मैंने बाबा को कहा कि 1 पल की कमाई में पद्मों की कमाई होती है, वो कैसे हो सकता है। तो बाबा ने कहा हिसाब लगाओ, आप बच्चे कितना साल पुरुषार्थ करते हैं। मैंने कहा 30-40 वर्ष तो पुरुषार्थ होता ही है, एवरेज पुरुषार्थ 40 वर्ष का होगा। तो बाबा ने कहा 40 वर्ष के पुरुषार्थ में 5000 वर्ष की कमाई होती है, तो कितनी हुई 1 साल में, कितनी हुई, और सतयुग में कितना धन होगा। मैंने कहा सतयुग में बाबा आपने ही कहा हुआ है कि आपके पास, हम बच्चों के पास गिनती नहीं हो सके इतना धन होगा। तो कहा इतनी कमाई जो हो गई 40 वर्ष के पुरुषार्थ में 5000 वर्ष की कमाई होती है, तो 1 सेकंड में कितनी हो गई आप अंदाज लगाओ। तो 1 सेकंड क्या पुरुषार्थ में पद्मों की कमाई हो सकती है। इसलिए बच्चों को कहो कि फालतू बातों में अपना अगर समय बर्बाद न करे, तो आदर्श गृहस्थी जो मैंने कही है उस प्रकार की आदर्श गृहस्थी के द्वारा नंबर 1 गृहस्थी जीवन उनका हो सकता है। बाबा ने ये बहुत अच्छी बात कही कि मैंने गृहस्थी जीवन कहा, उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि जैसे चाहे ऐसी गृहस्थी करे, ऐसा नहीं। मैंने जैसी गृहस्थी कही हुई है नंबर 1 गृहस्थी, इस प्रकार की गृहस्थी बच्चों को करनी है। तो मैंने कहा बाबा ये मैं क्यों संदेश सबको दूं? तो बाबा ने कहा कि ये तुमको ही संदेश देना है कि तुम गृहस्थ जीवन में रहते हैं। हमारे बच्चे जो है ना वो बहुत अच्छे वकील हैं। आप बच्चों को, आप सबको बाबा ने बहुत अच्छे वकील कह दिया। सभी बच्चे बहुत अच्छे वकील हैं कि जब मेरी बच्चियां जो है ना क्लास टीचर जो है ना वो कहेंगी अरे भाई थोड़ा पुरुषार्थ करो, प्रदर्शनी समझाने आओ, ये करो वो करो, तब बहाने बनाते हैं कि ये नहीं करूँगा, मैं ये नहीं करूँगा, अरे इतना बहन जी मुझे काम होता है, मेरे को ये काम है, इस प्रकार से। और बहनों को कहेंगे आपको गृहस्थ जीवन की समस्याएं क्या मालूम है, ऐसे कह करके बच्चे जो है ना, मेरी बच्चियां जो क्लास टीचर जो है ना उसको चला लेते हैं। तुमको तो चला नहीं सकता है कि तुम तो गृहस्थ जीवन में रहता है, तो तुम तो उनको बराबर जवाब दे सकता है। तो इसलिए सबको कहना कि उनकी गृहस्थी, वो संदेश बाबा ने मुझे 1969 में कहा कि सभी गृहस्थियों को जब भी मिलो तब बाबा ने कहा सेंटरों पर जा कर के तब यही कहना कि आपकी गृहस्थी नंबर 1 गृहस्थी है। अगर नहीं है तो बाबा ने कहा उनको पूछना अब नहीं तो कब करोगे आदर्श गृहस्थी। आदर्श गृहस्थी जो है नंबर 1 गृहस्थी अगर नहीं की तो नंबर 1 पुरुषार्थ से हम कैसे बनेंगे। गृहस्थ जीवन तो रहना ही है, गृहस्थी जीवन का करना है। एक बार हमारे मुलुंड की पार्टी जो है ना, बॉम्बे के मुलुंड की पार्टी, वो अव्यक्त बाप दादा से मिल रही थी। सभी उसमें कुमार भी थे, अदर कुमार भी थे, सभी थे उसमें, हम भाई लोग ही थे। माताओं को बाद में मिले, पहले भाई लोगों की पार्टी को मिले, और उसमें कुमार भी थे, अदर कुमार भी थे। तो बाबा ने बहुत सुंदर बात कही उन्हों को कि बाबा ने कहा कि मेरे पास ऊपर भिन्न भिन्न प्रकार के संकल्प आते हैं। अदर कुमारों को एक संकल्प आता है और कुमारों के दूसरा संकल्प आता है। तो बाबा ने उन्होंने पूछा मुलुंड वालों को कि मैं बताऊं क्या संकल्प मेरे पास आते हैं बच्चों के। हम आप जानते हैं ना हमारे संकल्प विकल्प बाप दादा के पास पहुंच ही जाते हैं। तो सबने कहा बाबा बताओ क्या संकल्प आते हैं। तो बाबा ने कहा कि अधर कुमार जो है ना वो कहते हैं कि बाबा आप बहुत देरी से मिले, आप बहुत देरी से मिले, अगर आप पहले मिल जाते तो हम शादी नहीं करते, बच्चे नहीं होते, गृहस्थ जीवन ही नहीं होता, हम कुमार जीवन में रहते और आपकी सेवा बहुत करते हैं और अपना पुरुषार्थ बहुत करते हैं। ऐसे अधर कुमारों का संकल्प ऊपर आता है कि बाबा आप बहुत देरी से मिले, और कुमार जो है ना उनका संकल्प ऊपर आता है कि बाबा आप बहुत जल्दी मिल गए। ये अधर कुमारों ने ताली बजाई ऐसा लग रहा है। तो अधर कुमार, बाबा ने कहा कुमार लोग कहते हैं कि बाबा आप बहुत जल्दी मिल गए, अगर देरी से मिलते तो हम शादी करते, बच्चे होते, तो बुढ़ापे में हमारी सेवा करने वाला मिलता। तो इसलिए बाबा ने कहा कि मेरे पास सभी प्रकार के बच्चे हैं। हाँ, सबका अपना अपना विचार होता है और सबके अपने अपने संकल्प है। तो इसीलिए इन बातों के अंदर रहते हुए अपना पुरुषार्थ जो है ना बहुत सुंदर करना है।
घड़ी चलते गुजरते जा रहे पल।
Om Shanti Vyakti Parivar. So tomorrow is Tuesday. And our schedule from Amrit Vela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. And then we have 8:30 to 9:30 Double Foreigners Madhavan online program. There will be a class by Dr. Savita, Power of Silence and Service Through Mind. So that will be from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. You're welcome to join Avyakti Parivar. Evening 5 to 6, Avyakt English Murli revision. 6 p.m. Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and Avyakti journey and sister sharing chit chat, Avyakt Murli revision. Welcome to Avyakti journey. Avyakt Murlis from 1969, speaking to the heart of an angel.
Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of the 2nd of February, 1972. Signs of love-filled intellect. In this way, stabilize yourself in an elevated stage and then ask yourself whether your intellect is constantly loving or not. Or do you sometimes come in the list of those with loving intellects, and at other times you are crossed off that list? If even now you do not have a constantly loving intellect, that is, if you have love for someone or other in a subtle or gross way, then, according to the present time, now that study has finished and revision is taking place, you can understand how close the time for the exam is. Nowadays, even the government gives tests every now and then accumulates their marks towards the final exam results. In the same way, whatever actions you perform at the present time, think that you're taking a practical paper and that the result of that paper will be accumulated on the results of the final paper. In a little while, you will also witness anyone who performs the slightest sinful action experiencing punishment in a subtle way. Just as those with loving intellects have the practical experience of celebrating a meeting with the Father, because of staying in remembrance of the Father and his activities and his task, in the same way, those with divorced intellects will experience subtle punishment because of being diverted. This is why Bap Dada is telling you in advance that the experience of punishment is very severe. Everyone will be able to tell from that soul's face that he is experiencing punishment. No matter how much such souls try to hide themselves, they will not be able to hide. that punishment of 1 second gives the experience of the sorrow of many births. Just as when you personally come in front of Baba for a meeting of even 1 second, and that 1 second meeting quenches the thirst of so many births. In the same way, those who are diverted from the Father will have such an experience. Then they will find it very difficult to stabilize themselves in their stage and to escape that punishment. This is why you're being given a warning in advance that it is now time for the exams. Do not complain later that you did not know about the deep philosophy of such actions. This is why, in order to be free from subtle punishment, constantly remain cautious. Do not make any mistakes. If you make the slightest mistake, then, as is said, you experience 100-fold benefit for one, and you also receive 100-fold punishment for one. So you will very soon experience these words in a practical way. This is why you must remain constantly in front of the Father. And you must constantly have a loving intellect. Acha to the lucky stars who constantly remain personally in front of Baba, Bab Dada says, Namaste. Om Shanti.
Give blessings and receive blessings. Benevolent attitude. Transform or forgive someone who has a malevolent attitude with your benevolent attitude. Even if you are not able to transform them, at least you are able to forgive them. You are master oceans of forgiveness, and so your forgiveness will become a teaching for them. To forgive is to give blessings of pure feelings and give cooperation.
दुआएं दो और दुआएं लो। कल्याण की वृत्ति कोई अकल्याण की वृत्ति वाला है, उसे आप अपने कल्याण की वृत्ति से परिवर्तन करो या क्षमा करो। परिवर्तन नहीं भी कर सकते हो, क्षमा तो कर सकते हो। मास्टर क्षमा के सागर हो, तो आपकी क्षमा उस आत्मा के लिए शिक्षा हो जाएंगी। आजकल शिक्षा देने से कोई समझता, कोई नहीं समझता। क्षमा कर दो तो यह क्षमा ही शिक्षा हो जाएंगी। क्षमा करना अर्थात शुभ भावना की दुआएं देना, सहयोग देना। ओम शांति।